hoes are more submissive and less obedient, whereas a lot of times girlfriends, especially over time, a lot of guys will deal with a girlfriend she's obedient but not submissive. So the girlfriend will have the obedience quality, whereas the hoe will have the submissive quality. And what I mean by that is obedience is just doing what you're told, but submission is wanting to do what you're told. And there's a difference. So it's like if I tell somebody do the dishes, right? Obedience is they're doing the dishes. But if they're huffing and puffing or rolling their eyes while doing the dishes, they're not being submissive. And that's the difference. Is someone who's doing the dishes happily, who wants to do what she's happy to please you, happy to cater to you, happy to do what you want her to do. And the reason I say a lot of times in relationships, that's what guys will start to deal with, is that they'll start to deal with the girl who let's say you say, yeah, take that outfit off or change your outfit. She might change outfits. She's obedient, but she's kind of giving you a headache, or she's rolling her eyes, or she's maybe giving you a little bit of talk back. Why do I got to change? And so it's like, she's not submissive. Hoes are very submissive. When you're with them, they're extremely pleasant. They do whatever the you want them to do. They're submissive. But like I say, typically they don't have the obedient element of long term. So outside of maybe this hour I kick it with you, this 2 hours I kick it with you, this day that I kick it with you, or this 15 minutes I kick it with you, outside of that, she's not really obedient. Meaning, if you was to tell her to change her outfit, or you was to try to tell her stop posting these type of pics, she would stop wanting to with you. Obedience and submission are two different things in general, and I'm gonna break it down. But in general, I would say a lot of times,
when you start dating a true masculine man, it literally makes you want to change your wardrobe. Like, I used to be the girl that wore cargo pants and big tees and like sneakers all the time, like fire fits for like a dude. But ever since I started dating a man that makes me comfortable in like my femininity, I want to wear cutesy girly clothes all the time. Like cute little going out tops, open back tops, halter tops, mini skirts, heels, dresses. And I used to not be that way. I was like cargo girl, sneaker girl till and now I'm just like, he makes me want to look cutesy and girly all the time. And I love it. I'm not mad about it. And plus it suits me way better. So your sign to start dating somebody that makes you feel comfortable in your femininity and doesn't shame you for wanting to dress girly and cute and skimpy sometimes.
I got a bone to pick with y'all men.
No, you don't. You just got your hair done and you feeling yourself. But it's okay. We're going to entertain it. Your discretion is advised.
Why is it that y'all like to throw out compliments to women, telling them how beautiful they are and how you like the way they look and blah, 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 but you don't ask for their number?
To put it plain and simple, a compliment means nothing to a woman that gets them on a regular nowadays. It only holds value if it's attached to some kind of dollar amount, and I don't understand why. This isn't the early 2000s where you can compliment a woman and she truly appreciate it and be okay with you starting a conversation. Or we understand that getting this woman's number is going to come with some kind of bills eventually. Let's say you get that number, you hit her up the next day, magically she's going to be short $500 for her rent. And now she's expecting you to come out of pocket for it. And keep in mind, those compliments you was giving her didn't end when you first met her. They continue out through the conversation that y'all was having. And as soon as you disregard that $500 request, now you broke. You ain't shit. Now all those compliments become a weapon for her to use against you because you didn't want to give her $500 of your own money. It sounds a little something like, oh, you like me, you think I'm beautiful, you think you want to be with me, but you don't want to pay my bills, something like that.
Like, can you tell me why that is? You just want to be nice, throw out a compliment today, or you're scared? Which one is it?
It's definitely not men being scared. Contrary to popular belief, most men are not afraid of rejection. But the fact still remains, the art of getting a woman's number is not what it used to be. And I am wise enough to understand that this is not every woman, and I believe there are some women still out there that are willing to have a conversation with a man that compliments them. However, there are enough breezies screaming from the rooftops saying, my number costs $500 out the gate. Hey, I did a video on this very app where a woman told a young man it was $20 just to speak to her, let alone get her number. But besides all of that, there are generally men that just want to give a compliment. They thought you looked nice in the moment, and they just wanted to let you know. It's a healthy way to push back positivity into our dating ecosystem. Every compliment does not come with a motive. Some are just genuine compliments. And I think as people, we need to do a better job at normalizing compliments and making them go back to what they used to be for us. But you know what? No, y'all ain't gonna listen to what I'm saying. I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
Going to interrupt. I have just seen a video of a guy on a podcast talking about when men are in their bad boy era grow up, and saying how they could have anywhere between 3 to 5 girls on rotation and describing the order of them from his favourite to his pen pal. To be honest with you, that's not something that I have the mental capacity to deal with today. It's not something I would like to think about at all in the near future. I won't fit in the bin, but I'm just going to put you in the bin until I realise how I can deal with that.
Sounds pretty silly, doesn't it? Now, imagine all of these ladies out here talking about, oh, you gotta have a roster. Oh, you gotta have somebody. Oh, you need to have at least 2 or 3 of them on the side. Dumb.
An insecure man rather settle with a really repugnant, ugly that is easygoing because she doesn't ask for much because she's insecure potentially, or she just like is just lucky to feel she has like a above average or slightly average man, right? Opposed to a woman who knows her worth and is a baddie and makes a man kind of work a little bit harder, because men like to be comfortable and they like to stay stagnant where they are. Women tend to like always want to evolve. So like, yeah, it's nothing about you, man. He just doesn't want to evolve to be with you, and that's totally fine. There's plenty of other men that are well more refined. Is all right.
What's the science behind all men thinking the perfect time to romance you is while you're making dinner or doing dishes? Let's look at the comment section. So comment number 1 says, fill me with rage. The second one, obviously she wants to beat him up. And the second one, or the third one, says he wants his mommy. She said, I know we're in a man-hating era right now, but certainly that can't mean that you guys obviously think these insane ideas. When I was looking at the comment section, women are bitter, y'all, and sick in the head. Like, let's keep going. Someone said, I don't like it. It makes me feel like he's trying to manipulate me. Manipulate you into what? Cooking dinner? Okay. This one says emotional manipulation. The other one says control. Oh my God. So I want to talk about this from both ends. How I see this is I personally understand getting overstimulated. I understand being the type of woman that likes to be in the kitchen by myself. I don't like help. I don't want nobody assisting me. I'm okay. I don't need anything. If I need anything, I'll let you know. 9 times out of 10, I'm very used to cooking on my own where I don't need that. I prefer me to be in the kitchen while a man sits down, watches TV, does whatever. I'm not one of those women who says I don't need something and behind my mind, I really do. No, I wholeheartedly do get overstimulated in the kitchen. I don't want to be groped, held, and all that. But where I'm coming from is, why don't you say that? Instead of, getting upset, instead of feeling some type of way, instead of having all this rage blow up and fester in your head, you can easily tell your partner that I love you, I care about you, I love to be held on other aspects. But when I'm cooking, I just want to be in the kitchen. Everybody knows when you're cooking, it's hot in the kitchen, you get overstimulated, you're thinking about timing, how fast you have to have dinner cooked and all that stuff. And I get it. It's a lot, especially to some women. So explain that to your man so that way he understands you better and knows when not to and when to touch you. I also feel like letting women know that this is manipulation and control is the stupidest thing on earth. Because when a man's paying for your dinner, paying for all the rent, and taking care of you, is that manipulation? Is that control? Why don't you pay for your own rent? Why don't you pay for your own things? The way women go and manipulate everything and make the men feel like they're the bad guys, I don't see what's wrong with that. And here's another theory. I know so many men that love when women cook for them. Just like us, we get so attracted to our man when he's building stuff or when he's doing things in the home, or maybe when he's working out and we're watching him. That's an attractive trait. You don't think when a man's watching you like cook, he's like, she looks so beautiful, or man, she could really cook. What if he's never had a woman who could cook? What if he's never had a woman that looked as good as you? Sometimes you look at things in such a negative perception and you'll never know how a man really feels about you. This is why I say be careful taking advice from these bitter gargoyles, because you're going to sit there and go, yep, he's manipulating, he's controlling me. And you're going to get mad instead of just communicating that, hey babe, I love you, but this is me time. When I bake and I cook, I don't need help. Unless you guys are having cooking days together, I totally get it. But men, practice active listening skills. If your girl tells you, hey babe, please leave me alone, don't keep bothering her, man, because then when she rages out on you, whose fault is it?
And let me just say off the bat, I think maybe the first clip was talking about a woman can be, the ladies of the night. They're submissive, but they're not obedient, right? So as soon as I'm in your presence, I'll do anything that you want me to do. A lot of times without being asked, and I will offer to do that, right? But you know, when I get back out on the street, when I go with another man, then, you know, whatever he wants me to do. Right now, without another man, I'm going to live my life the way that I want to live it. Right. So, and then you'll flip to a woman who's supposed to be your girlfriend, which is why men just honestly and truly, this is why the men gravitate. That's why a lot of brothers gravitate towards, well, I just pay for it because I can have that for an hour. I already know what you're going to do. So I'm going to have that for an hour and I'm going to send you back to where you come from. Other than that, we don't have any problem. Right. So that's that. I also did think that the young lady that was talking about, well, you know, I want to get with my man. I want to be cutesy. I'll start wearing this. I want to start wearing that. I want to make sure you understand that, you know, by the way, good for you for wanting to feel feminine and loving the feeling of femininity. But I want to make clear that just because, you know, you start to feel feminine doesn't mean that you start dressing like you don't have any common sense or not putting on any clothes at all. That's not what femininity is. You can look cute and still keep your clothes on.
You know what's the worst is when they're telling you a story and you want to listen, but just what they're talking about, you can't even retain it. So I'm supposed to go out to lunch with Jennifer. I'm all ready to do that. I show up. She's there with Susan. She knows I hate Susan. I look like Susan's been going to the gym. I mean, at that point, your head is like a newborn baby. You're trying to hold it up. You know, you can't. Even if you're trying to pay attention, you can't. Then you just start staring at their mouth after a while. Like, I can't believe it keeps coming out. This is f***ing unbelievable. It keeps coming out. It starts fading off. You start thinking about your own life, right? Why did I take Nebraska given 28? The f*** is wrong with me? All of a sudden our voice goes,
Is that sports?
Like, that was a question. All right, now what do? Can't say yes, you can't say no. You got to come with something neutral. What the f*** you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It is what it is. You put one foot in front of the other and
Do the best you can, guys.
halftime adjustments.
Putting themselves into a possible position.
Relationship with 2 kids. See, I've been together since I was 16 years old. You know, I had 2 children as a teenager. And I can honestly say that as young adults raising 2 children, we did pretty okay. But about 6 years into the relationship, I began to feel stuck. While he was sticking to and accomplishing all of the goals that he had set for himself, I was feeling like my life was just becoming like a revolving door of mother and wife duties. And then the goals that I had for myself would come last. I would come up with all these plans on how we could, you know, relocate to California as a family. But he never spoke life into it. And when it all hit the fan, I walked away from everything. And you know what was the hardest? The judgment after leaving that relationship. An overflow of blessings and opportunities started to come my way.
But she basically walked away from her husband and her 2 kids. I'm with my husband. I'm telling him we should go to California. Baby, this man is the leader of the household. You follow him, he doesn't follow you. Women.
Exactly. They walk out and they wonder why bad things are happening and they can't find love anymore.
Get out of my face.
This woman faced instant karma after starting a fight in a fit of road rage.
Let's go! Get out of the store! You want to run? Get out the store there! Get out! Get out! I didn't touch your car. You were on my gun. Come and touch me because my man's right here. Come and put your hands on me. I ain't driving crazy. Your was on my I went to the other lane. Get out of my face.
As if it weren't already bad enough, she's about to get reprimanded by a man for her bizarre actions.
I can't be the only one with this kind of story. About 2 years ago, I was in a relationship with a man, but he was willing to invest in me physically, financially, emotionally, religiously, like all aspects. He wanted to make me a better woman for him. Well, he boosted my self-esteem and my well-being so much that I thought that I could do better than him. Interesting. And now fast forward, I am now post dealing with a narcissist. I now understand that not all men have your best intention at heart. Not all men will invest in you and not all men will uplift you. So when you get the opportunity to date such a man, do not let it go.
And they say that men only make these types of mistakes
Men are fumbling the bag. How could you fumble a 10? She's so beautiful. Apparently these modern women have the same issue. That's unfortunate. Left a good man and this is what you...
So my friend, she thinks you're really cute, but she's just kind of shy. Is it okay if she comes over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Come
These women be walking out the house with anything.
here.
No, immediately. No.
This is my sister. This is my... Very rude. I'm looking for a sugar baby.
I'm just gonna have to be...
Excuse me? My friend thinks you're really cute, but she's just shy. Is it okay if she comes over here?
Yeah.
Come here. She's coming. Come here. This is my sister. Hi, nice to meet you. She thinks you're really cute.
He looking like how y'all know each other. Because how do y'all know each other? I'll tell you why. Both of them on foolishness. Men do not want this. Stay out of their face.
Okay, this is a crash out post. I'm currently crashing out. Sorry in advance. Women, do not get married and have kids unless you plan on and are capable of becoming a single mom. Because 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, I don't know, statistically high, that's probably what's going to happen to you. Now, I love being a mom. I really do. And in fact, I quite enjoy most of the time being a single mom. This is not fair. The world is not set up for single moms. You will struggle. I don't care what job you have. I don't care how much you get paid. Especially in this economy right now, okay? The world is not set up for single mothers. It will be hard. It will test you in ways that you didn't know that you could even be tested. You will have to fight for those kids, most likely. You will have to fight for those kids. You will have to wake up every morning and question, just real talk, if motherhood is really something that you want anymore. Because these men make it so hard. They make it so hard to be a mom. They take away all of the tender moments of motherhood that you could have had, but you were stuck in survival mode. So you didn't even really get to enjoy it. You're just surviving, trying to raise these kids, trying to do the best you can, and you get $250 a month. What the f***? That is pennies. That is the gas money it is taking me to drop them off at their father's house and pick them back up. $250 a month. And my ex is a nurse. $250 a month. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't even know if I'm going to post this.
But my sister is marrying my ex-boyfriend.
That's interesting.
In less than 3 weeks. And let me just tell you guys, we're out on this beautiful island. I'm trying to have a good time. I'm showing her grace. I'm showing up for her as her bridesmaids. But she is being a total bridezilla and giving me a hard time. Her marrying my ex-boyfriend is also the elephant in the room. And I'm getting pretty tired of everyone pitying me for this, for even showing up for her. Even my own mother called me before heading on a trip. She was like, I know this is going to be a hard time for you. Okay, like, girl, can you talk to your daughter? And my sister's giving me these bad vibes, these weird vibes, acting like I still want her man. I still want her Arnold. I don't even want Arnold anymore, guys. On this trip, I can say that I am interested in his best friend, Rome. So let's just see how this trip goes.
This is weird. I don't know why you'd be supporting her in this, but y'all need to talk it out and stop all of it.
Can we please talk about the fact that bathing suit companies have forgotten, like, the concept of modesty? And don't get me wrong, I own so many bathing suits, you don't even get it. Like, all of them are... It's just the fact that, like, if I want to go to the beach, like, with my family, for example, why is there a G-string up my... Both of my on display next to my father? Like, I don't understand. Like, it can't be that hard to make cute, like, semi-modest bathing suits. Because all the ones that I find that are, like, you know, like, coverageful, like... They give coverage. They're ugly. Like, why? Can a bathing suit company just make, like, cute, semi-modest bathing suits? Like, that would be so appreciated.
This is step 1 in realizing body empowerment was a brainwashing tool. If you're not comfortable wearing something in front of your family, then this is clearly about objectification and not empowerment, or better tan lines, as some of you would like to call it.
They do it because you're not going to buy it. They make them for grandmothers. They used to make them for moms because they thought that moms would wear them in front of their kids. But nowadays, some of these women don't even have any shame about what they look like in front of their children.
it doesn't sell.
So this was interesting. Check it out.
I saw a guy talking about how he's paying close attention to this work because he's wondering if people are going to start getting drafted, and men have to be worried about that, you know, and women in the comments, like feminists are like, God forbid men have to do their duty. Now it's not toxic masculinity. When it comes to on a battlefield, we're all good with that. But any other time, it's this toxic masculinity. Like, now it's God has a design. We are all created differently. Women can't do what men can do. Yeah, I guess when it's going to cost you your life, your ideologies change real quick.
An ice cream date in your 30s is freaking crazy, but I forgot people are okay with the bare minimum. And this girl said, y'all some losers. Also, the fact that she's used every time she's referring to a woman says a lot about her. But this is for that girly. Personally, my first date, I got flown out. He booked a whole luxury picnic in a beautiful park. He booked a helicopter ride, and he took me on a fancy dinner. And guess what? That would have never happened if I kept accepting ice cream dates from other guys. I've said this many, many times. And women like that call women like me losers and delusional, are also the ones commenting on my videos and in my posts being like, oh, when is it my turn? When do I get princess treatment? As long as you keep accepting the bare minimum, probably never.
I think, because I think you said I think her name is by Michelle Diaz in the clip, but I think it ended up, I think she got married, and I'm not going to say her last name, but, when you scroll through the profile, what you're going to see, and this is, I don't think what a lot of modern women are including, is she's on his time schedule. She's doing the thing. I mean, we're going here, we're going there, we're doing this, we're doing that. And that's kind of what you need to be. A lot of these modern women don't even want to do that. First of all, by statistics, you're not going to run into a 1% man like that. That's number one. Number two, and you're getting these women's hopes up. Number one. Number two, you're not going to run into them and they're going to be on your schedule and you're going to still be a boss babe. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen at all. It's just not. The man is too driven. If the man says to you, well, this is where I want to go, this is what I want to do, and you like the vision, he's going to keep on going with that vision. Now, he's probably going to stop a little bit. Well, what do you want? Because he's going to spoil you, right? What do you want? Where do you want to go? Oh, I would like this, and I would want this, and I would like to go over here, right? But he's kind of choosing. And because, y'all like to think that men are jerks and stuff like that, but the man will sit back, he will slow down and take care of you like you're asking for. But most of the time, you're going to be on his schedule doing the things that he wants to do. If he's got to do something, don't bother him. Sit back there and be quiet. I think that's actually what she was doing in one of her photos. They had gone to Hong Kong. And she, it was a very nice view. But what was he doing in the view? Working. And what was she doing? Laying back on the bed. Let that man alone. A lot of modern women don't know when to be quiet.
We need to stick to the status quo, which is men approaching women. Women should not be approaching men. I think men have lost the plot because they love to just use their excuses of, oh, it's not worth the reward, or we're gonna come off creepy. You gotta get over that, or else you're literally gonna be single forever, and we all know that you don't want to be single forever. I also think that it's crazy because I think sometimes men just think that one day a girl is just gonna they're gonna snap their fingers and a girl's just gonna end up in their house, and then that's the girl that they're gonna get married to. And it's not that easy, and it doesn't work that way. You actually have to go out and do the work. You shouldn't be pushing 30 and still not knowing what you want for the rest of your life.
You only chase women when you don't know any better. In reality, all you young men out there, listen, I understand, I've been there, I've done it. At the end of the day, you shouldn't be chasing women. Women should be chasing you. How you get women to chase you is, number one, you stop chasing women, okay? Number one, you stop chasing women and you start chasing your potential, working on yourself, start becoming the best version of you can, the best in health, the best financially, the best spiritually, the best person you can be. You need to learn to grow and develop as a man and stop worrying about the women. And as soon as you don't care about chasing women because you're more focused on larger ambitions and goals, girls, boom, appear.
Gentlemen, I want you to understand something. If you're single income with no kids and you're making $75,000 or more a year, you are platinum level elite status. If you're single income, no kids, and you're making over 6 figures a year, you are diamond level elite status. Now, if you're either one of those things and you have a 6-pack and you're tall and you're handsome, I do not think you understand how absolutely valuable you are. And you are out here dating women that treat you like trash. You're out here running around chasing women that literally could not give a about you. Understand your worth, boys. You deserve the best.
Men are easy.
Men are easy.
Men are easy, oh.
How are men easy?
Let me tell you something. Men, all you gotta do is 3 things.
To get a man.
Suck, knack, and shut up. That's it. They don't want no drama. They don't want you asking 55 questions like you working for the FBI. They want to eat some food. They want you to a little bit sometimes, and they want to watch football. If you don't like football, don't get with that man. If you don't like football and the man likes football, do not get with the man, because women have an evil nature of chaos. I'm saying it. Y'all could get mad at me. Women have an evil nature of chaos and an evil, jealous spirit that always comes out during sports time. That's why men go hang out with their boys to go watch football, because your is asking questions in the middle of the game. You know what I do? I don't like no football. I like food, dick, and money. So I'm sitting watching. You jumping, I'm jumping. Hey, I can't believe that. You see that? And that's how you get a man, and that's how you keep a man. You don't need no Kaya Mata.
If you're a feminist, you should only be eating pussy. I hate feminists, because why would you still allow to come, cum, and leave? If you're a feminist, you should only be eating pussy. You shouldn't even like dick. You shouldn't have no sons, and you shouldn't need to do anything for you. Not change your tire, not change your oil, not pump no gas, nothing. And shouldn't be able to do anything for you if you're a feminist. Do everything on your own. You're a feminist, shouldn't be holding the door for you. You got this. What? Your house is on fire? If it ain't no fire woman pulling up, let that fucker burn to the ground. You hate men so much, but guess where you originated from? On balls.
Women give men a million reasons to look elsewhere with their attitudes. So women got it twisted, because women think that since they're beautiful and they have a that they're the goddess of the universe, and that men should just be happy to be with them. But that what you don't understand is come a dime a dozen nowadays. It's free, because women are so emotional. It don't matter what you did, all the way up until the moment she's mad. When she mad, it don't matter what you did. She'll destroy everything because she didn't get her way in these 5 minutes. This is what women do in relationships. And then they say, happy wife, happy life. That's narcissism to the 1000th degree. But women don't think they're narcissists.
My car is parked, so I'm not driving. But I want to say this. Men who compete, let me slow down. Men who compete with women do so because they know they cannot compete with men. Let me say that again. Men who compete with women do so because they know that they cannot compete with men. They know that if they compete with men, somebody will be hurt, and it's more likely to be them. And it's a lot of other male egoisms that fall from the beef. So when you see men in competition with women, is because they really know that they can't compete with men. Let's be clear.
Never trust a woman who does this. I don't care how much you love her. I don't care how well you guys get along. The moment she does this, end things. And I'm telling you this from a woman's perspective, okay? Never trust a woman that tells you she's interested in you, but doesn't actually show it. I'm gonna tell you what it looks like when a woman is actually interested. Actual signs that she wants to take you seriously. But before I tell you, let me ask you something, and please be honest with yourself. If you were interested in somebody and you got busy, you were tired, something came up, something's going on in your life, and that person texted you and said, I really want to see you later, what would you do? You would not say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy, I'm just too tired, I have so much on my plate. No, you would make the time. And that's the part where most men get confused, because so many girls like to say they like you. But then when it's time to actually put in effort, they say, oh, I'm tired, I'm so busy, I just don't know. Let me tell you this from a woman's perspective. Here's a woman telling you, okay? When we are actually interested in a man, spending time with him does not feel like effort. It does not feel like a chore. If anything, it feels like we can rest, our nervous system can finally be calm. And being with that man, when we actually want to, is not a burden. So if she keeps telling you that she's too busy or stressed to see you, then she is not looking at you the same way you were looking at her. But here's the part that most men do not know and have no idea about this. But as a woman, I can tell you, we can go from kind of liking you to obsessed, just like that. I know this because it happened to me. I once was with a man who I wasn't really that serious about in the beginning. I liked him, but I wasn't fully locked in. And then he did one thing, a very specific thing at a very specific time, and completely changed the dynamic. I went from casually liking him to obsessed with him, to investing in him. Not because he chased me, not because he waited patiently for me, but because he understood how female attraction and attachment actually works. That's the exact shift. What he did, when he did it, and why it works on the female brain is something I will never be able to teach in this short of a video, but it is in my book for men who really want to learn, who are dealing with women right now, and they don't want to guess. They don't want to guess their way into losing her. But if there's a woman in your life and you feel like she's pulling away or getting inconsistent, this book is the difference between her drifting away and her choosing you. And if you want to download that book right now, just go, click right in my profile, and enjoy. Invite me to the wedding.
Women are evil, okay? People are telling me, oh, but women are made to lead. Women have a lot of power right now. Let's take dating apps, for example. They have all the influence, all the power of the selection. They are the ones that have the upper hand. I think 80% of men have zero voice. That's what happens when you give women power. And I don't even think they're doing this out of ill intent or malice. I really think it's incompetence. I don't think they know what they want. They're just acting out of instinct. They see hot man, they want hot man. They see ugly man, they don't want ugly man. We know that picking a partner, your husband, who's going to be with you for the rest of your life, who's going to father your children, goes a lot deeper than just looks. That's very superficial. But I don't really think too deeply about that. Back in the days, women were chosen husbands by their parents, and divorce rates were lower. So why have we flipped the entire script now, where women have a selection of every single man on this planet on their phones, and they can just click whether they want him or not? I don't hate the concept of dating apps, but there's a big issue here. I'm not even trying to hate or be a misogynist or pick me, but the situation is getting worse, and I kind of feel bad.
And I agree with what she was saying. I don't hate the concept of dating apps either. I just think that, a lot of the issue or the backlash goes towards men. Well, men ain't using it right, men ain't doing this and all that other stuff. When really, at least, the very least that you can do is split it 50-50 and say, okay, women need to work on this, men need to work on that. But it seems like all the time, Well, your pictures are wrong. Why are you in a picture with a fish? Why are you in a picture with your homeboy? Why are you not wearing a suit? And that you can go on and on and on about your pictures. And some of these pictures actually aren't that bad. They're actually very good pictures. Oh, well, why you write your bio in 4 sentences instead of 5? You still figuring out your goals. You looking for short term, open to long term. Oh, what kind of man are you? You're 33. Yeah, 33. It's a whole bunch of nonsense going on from the side of modern women. But all of the blame is going towards men. And then society is saying, no, you're right. Keep on blaming these men because they're dead wrong. That's a problem. That's a problem. No account. How can you get better if you're not taking accountability?
Why do you think nice guys finish last?
I'm speaking from personal experience when I tell you we are not picking men because they're too nice.
What is it?
That man is ugly.
Why was I not expecting that answer?
Romantic gestures and foot rubs and baths and all of that stuff. Yes, I want all of that. But if you look like a gremlin, then no, it's assault. Stranger danger. Get away from me. You're going to jail.
No, that is true. Them armadillos be so nice.
Let me tell you, them armadillos ain't nothing to play with. I'm from the country, baby. They hiss and they'll get on your. Don't if you ever
I am not talking about no real armadillo.
No, ma'am. Ever see a man that look like an aardvark? Arthur. If you ever see a Weasley person, if you ever, you need to run the other way.
You know the women who get on TikTok, they be like, I live a soft life, right? Mansions, the man takes care of everything.
And they be an 80-year-old man from Switzerland.
He look a mess, but they seem happy.
What is a woman truly saying if they say, I don't like nice guys?
They're saying that my nervous system does not produce the effect that I call love around people who do not send it into some kind of fight or flight response.
Wow.
When I am met with someone who does not make me chase, when I am met with someone who doesn't make me feel I have to earn their love, when I am met with someone who doesn't play games, doesn't give me anxiety by being consistent for 3 days and then dropping off the radar for 5 or a week, when I am with someone who doesn't do those things, it doesn't feel like love to me.
Wow.
It does not feel like passion. It doesn't feel like fireworks. It doesn't feel like the thing that I think I'm supposed to feel.
Wow.
You guys, I asked my grandfather today, what does it look like when a wife submits to a husband? And he says when she renounces her ego. Do you guys know how deep that is? When she renounces her ego. And this generation is literally teaching us to feed our egos. It's teaching society, the women today, to be women in male fields. But when you learn to renounce your ego, you can let go of your pride. You know that you can be 100% right in a situation, but yelling in his face is not going to do anything because you know that prayer works. Renouncing your ego, allowing him to lead even when he's still figuring things out, but still trusting the fact that God is going to speak to him. Renouncing your ego, allowing him to be wrong, right? Be wrong and then come back later and say, hey, I was wrong, but you're not rubbing it in his face that he's wrong and that he never listens to you, but you realizing that, allowing him to sit in the moment. You begin to learn that he does better when you tell him what he's doing right instead of what he's doing wrong. You learn that even suggesting to him is more impactful than demanding him. So when he said that, it radicalized my mind. It changed my perspective on many things, and it made me want to become more Christ-like as a woman. It did. And it made me realize that, man, when God sends my husband, yo, that man gonna be blessed. All this wisdom that I'm getting, yo, that man gonna be blessed, yo.
Severely, he screwed my life up. I've waited for my husband for so many years.
and I'm just getting mad. What kind of world do we live in where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date?
They're telling women to be just like men, be as promiscuous as you want, just behave like a man. Yeah. You know, climb the corporate ladder, get degrees. And now you have women that are in their late 30s and like, I did the corporate ladder, I have the house, I have the Tesla, I've paid off my debt, I've decorated my house beautifully, I'm a wonderful cat mom to my 3 cats. Why can't I find a man? I'm attractive. It's like, because you've basically turned yourself into a man. You've accomplished all the things that a man is supposed to accomplish to attract a woman, and now you've priced yourself out of the dating market. There's very few men out there that, again, hypergamy, that are at your level or higher. And these guys that are at your level or higher, they're not looking for a 40-year-old body. They want a 25-year-old hottie that looks beautiful in a bikini.
Ever feel guilty for having to walk away from the good guy just because he's a good guy, just because he's a gentleman, just because he treats you well, just because he's generous, just because he's successful and he's nice and all of those things? That's not a reason alone to choose him. He could be a good guy, but that doesn't mean that he is good enough for you. That doesn't mean that he is right for you, and you should not have to compromise on your standards or your non-negotiables because he's a good guy. Men should already be good men. They should already have character traits that are suitable for your relationship. They should already be chivalrous. They should already be generous. They should already have success in their life. They should already have these characteristics as a decent human being. That is not a reason to choose him. And we really need to stop putting these men on a pedestal because they're nice, because they're good men, because they're generous. Like, they should already be that way.
What's something you don't understand about guys?
Why don't they like to chase girls?
Why don't you with the people that are chasing you?
Maybe because I want them to keep chasing me. I like the attention, I guess.
Basically, you just want to keep chasing so they get nothing and you get fulfilled with attention.
I guess when you put it like that, it sounds wrong.
You're the one that
Can I get your answer? You trying to go to a class after party?
Hey, this what you wanted, ain't it?
No, what are you guys doing after?
Me and her?
No, just you.
You gotta choose one. You can't get me and her.
No, but we're going to class.
Is that your type?
No.
Did that chasing help you? Did it make you feel good?
I mean, I guess.
Men are starving for respect, and you can see it in the way they act. Some lash out, others check out completely, and most embarrassing way it shows up, simping. I was watching Love is Blind this week, and almost every guy on that show is a complete simp. They agree with everything the women say, abandon their values to please them, and tolerate blatant disrespect. Why? Because they've been conditioned to believe that if they're just nice enough, if they just prove themselves, they'll finally be loved. But it's not love they want, it's respect. And when a man isn't respected, he starts chasing approval instead of commanding it. He showers women with unearned praise, apologizes for things he didn't do, and suppresses his own needs just to keep the peace. The worst part, it backfires. Women don't respect simps. They may keep them around for attention, but they don't admire them. Because deep down, even women know that a man willing to abandon himself for validation isn't a man worth following. Respect can't be begged for. It can't be bought. A man who respects himself first won't tolerate disrespect from others. And he sure as won't become a simp just to feel wanted. By the way, natural electrolytes.
The harsh truth, a woman only comes back to you when things didn't work out with the other guys. She couldn't find anyone better than you. She couldn't find anyone who would put up with her the way that you did. She failed at finding someone who was as devoted, patient, understanding, and forgiving as you are. But guess what? Don't let her come back. If she couldn't realize your worth then, what makes you think she'll realize it now? The thing about women is 9 times out of 10, they don't change. They act like they do, but when they catch you, when they catch the prey, they go back to the normal time. Because you gave them a second chance. Why would they change? You gave them another chance. Giving a woman another chance is giving her permission to do the same thing over again and to hurt you again. If you would like personal advice, you have a question, go to my bio. Comment, I like strawberries, if you would like a part 2.
Bro just realized he got with a girl that was on the Choo Choo Express.
How many guys have you got with in one night before?
Like
10.
What? 10?
Like 10.
You got with 10 guys in one night?
Well, it was before we were dating, so it doesn't matter.
It does matter to me. Like,
It doesn't matter.
No, I'm being
dating.
serious. Like, when did you go with 10 guys in one night?
It was before we were dating, so it doesn't matter.
No, like, what?
It does
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
No,
we
it
were
matters to
dating.
me that you got with 10 guys in one night.
How long you guys been dating for?
Like a year?
It was before.
10
It doesn't
matter what
in
it was.
one night.
It's fine.
No,
10.
it's not fine. Who the fuck is her? Who is she? I don't even know her anymore. 10 girls in one night? 10 guys
Well,
in
we
one night?
weren't dating, so why does it matter?
It doesn't matter when it was. You're just
I'm sorry, bro.
for the streets. She's for the streets. She's for the streets.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Jeez.
I mean, I don't really think it's that bad. We weren't dating. Understand? Like, it's
She keeps thinking that's the issue.
It doesn't matter when it was. It's the hoe. For the streets. She's for the streets. She's for the streets.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He'll do better.
I guess what gets me is that they're going to continue to ask what's going on with the nice guys, but then they're going to literally sit up here and say, I had to leave the good guy. They're literally going to sit up here and say, these nice guys, they're gremlins. And I think one woman said, you know, these women be getting taken care of by an 80-year-old man somewhere that I don't know, can't even see straight or something. And that's what men have been saying. You guys are picking men that just want companionship because maybe his grandparent or his grandkids or his kids don't come see him anymore. Or maybe he don't even want to see his kids or his grandkids. They just want his money. So he says, I want to spend my money on stuff that I want to spend my money on. Not you. You're lazy and entitled. Talking to his kids. And sometimes his grandkids. Right? And so he spends it on the company of a woman that he deems to be beautiful. And all these modern women, while they're young, they're getting all of the Louis V and the shopping and the trips and all that stuff. But then when they get older, they want him to go ahead and, you know, literally die out. And then all of a sudden, it looks like I've been, you know, look what I got. I've been getting to the bag and I got this. No, you don't. And no, you did. You spent somebody else's money. You're broke.